Hi everyone, my name is Mukundawan Mohammed and I recently completed a C and C++ Development Internship at Codveda Technology. Today I am going to walk you through the six projects I built across three levels. So let's get into it. The first project I made is on the first level about the basics, and it is a calculator that it was built in C++. It performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I also made sure to handle the division by zero so the program doesn't crash. Let me show you how it works real quick. So you see you have to enter your first number, then enter, you choose an operator. I choose division, then enter and your second number and division is already done. Then you have to choose whether you want to continue or not. If you choose no, you get out of the game. So let's continue with my second project, which is a number guessing game. And the program generates a random number using the rand function, and the user has to guess it. If every After every guess, the program tells you if your guess is too high or too low, and you keep trying until you get the right number. So let me also show you how the game works. So at the start, you have to enter your guess as the number is already generated. So let's choose 45, and you see that the number is too high, and I have to enter a second guess smaller than 45. Let me choose 13. It is true also we know that the number is between 13 and 14 and I choose another number in between. Let me choose maybe 39. Let's see. So 39 is also true, so we are between 39 and 45. Let me choose another guess. Let me take maybe 42. Yeah. So yeah, you see the number is now correct and I am out of the game. I have to choose whether I want to play again, yes or no. And that's all. The first project on the second level, the intermediate level, was a school management system where I used structures to store student data like name, ID, and grades. It has menu where you can add, view, update, and delete student records. All data is saved to a file so nothing is lost when you close the program. So let me show you how also the program works. You can see you have a variety of options. Let me first try to add a student. So you have to enter the number of students you want to add. Let me add a single student and you have to type his name. So I am going to use my name for instance to continue. So after you enter your name, you can add the student's ID. Depends on the number. Let me count the number and then the grade and you continue. So the student is added successfully. Now he's in our system, and you can continue again to start again. So let me view a student to show that he has entered. So you see that there is my name right there, and my ID also my grade 83. So let me date the student to continue how the whole program works. So you have to enter the student's ID. I gave myself one as my ID, and then after you enter that, you see that my student has been deleted with ID one, and you can continue deleting all students or exit. So that's all about my first project in the second level. Let's continue with the fourth project, which is about data structures and arrays. Here I implemented two data structures, a stack and a queue, using arrays. For the stack, I built push, pop, and display functions, and for the queue, I built unqueue, dequeue, and display. This helped me to really understand how memory and data flow works in C++. So let me show you how the project also works real quick. We are running out of time. So for the stack, you have to click on and you can choose any. Let's push some data and then you have to enter. Then you enter your data, you want to push it step 23 and you see that data was pushed into stack. And let's continue with queue to continue without wasting any time. And let's also unqueue. You have to enter your item you want to unqueue. Remy maybe select 30 and you enter. You see that our data was unqueued and you can exit the program. So let's continue on the advanced level with the fifth project, which is about file system simulation. I built a simple system simulation that lets you create, read, and delete files through a menu. I implemented error handling so the program responds properly into varied inputs. This project covered file input or output structures, pointers, and error handling all in one. So let me also show how this project works. You see that we can create a file from the first option. You enter a name you want. So let me name it yes, and the file was created successfully, and you can write to a file through the third option, and then we have to enter the name of the file. We named it yes, and you enter your text. You can press enter to enter new lines and type end to finish. So these are our lines. Then I can type in end to finish my writing. So and now we can continue with reading that file we currently writing. So you have to enter the name of the file, and you see that we have our lines right there, and that's all. So let's continue with the final project, which is my favorite one through the whole process. It was about tic-tac-toe game, and this is a free working two-player game, and it displays the board after every move, switches turns between player X and player O, checks all winning conditions, rows, columns, and diagonals, and handles draw situations too. Let me play a quick round to show you a game how it works. So you as the first player, you have to choose your slot number. Let me choose one, and you see that it is now X. Then the second player choose also his slot. Let me take two. Second, and you see that it is now O. Then the first player again chooses the number. Let's take three, and the second player can also choose his slot. Let me take five. And again, the first player takes his slot. Let's take seven for instance. And the second player takes the slot. Let's take eight. And you see that player two wins. And we can play again or by pressing any key or exit the game. So through all of these six projects, I grew my skills in C++ fundamentals, file handling, data structures, algorithms, and game logic. Every level pushed me further, and I am proud of what I built during this internship. A huge thank you to you, Codveda Technology, for this incredible opportunity. All my project code is available on my GitHub, and the link is in the description below. If you also want to go on my coding journey, you can access it. And I am starting, but the end is now far away. See you next time. Thank you.